Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Vulnerability Time. I am your host and published author, Josias Abril. Remember, my name is being legally changed to Josias Abril, folks. And so by the time that you hear this episode, this episode is being recorded December 2022. So by the time this episode is released, it'll be February 2023, and I will have my name changed legally by then. Yes, just gotta send my fingerprints to the FBI so they make sure that I'm not, up to some scandalous ways, folks. And I'm not. Other than stalking Nick Jonas, there's nothing more on my record. So, not literally, but literally. Okay. But anyways, yes, with that with that being said, folks, today we'll be talking about what does finding yourself look like and what helped you heal from the lens of a fellow Phi Delta brother, Tommy. Tommy, before
How's it
I
going?
ask you a little bit about you, I want you to know that I told about three other special guests about your episode, and I just want you to know that people are looking forward to it, to
Oh,
your episode. So
nice.
just want you to know that. Tommy's the star, everybody, and as a star should, Tommy, tell us a little bit about you, Tommy.
So, what's
Do
up,
you know
everybody?
Tommy?
It's Tommy Chan, senior MIS major here at Shippensburg University. I'm also a brother of Phi Delta Theta.
What's MIS mean for us that don't know? And I'm us. I don't know.
So MIS stands for Managed Information Systems. It's
Oh, okay.
basically like just a fancy way of saying IT and business mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a fun time. It's like computer science without all the math courses, which is really good for me because I suck at math. So. But
Don't we all?
yeah, a little bit background. I'm a first generation college student. Yep. And then SGA senator, held a lot of positions
For
on
those
campus in
for those of
the
us who don't know what
fraternity.
SGA is,
Oh,
you
it's
mean
the
Student Government Association?
yep, Student Government Association.
That's huge, folks.
It's a fun time. It's an opportunity I would definitely recommend trying to do when you go to college because then you get to see you're exposed to so much about the student body and then also
Mhm.
how the school works and how they process things.
Right, right. That's super awesome. Something I didn't know, Tommy, is that you're a first gen student. One, the amount of respect and honor that I have for first gens, it's insane. Tommy,
Hmm.
how does it feel to be a first gen? Because I want you to know that there are a lot of first gens that are going to be listening to this episode even 5 years from now, because this is going to be on every single podcast platform forever and ever and ever. Um, how does it feel? Did you feel like it was a struggle um to even just find the motivation to go to college? Like, how did that look like, if that makes sense? Mhm.
Not so much. I have three other siblings. I have two older
Oh.
sisters and then a younger brother. But my parents didn't really go to college when they got here, so they were really pushing it on us. And then my two sisters went to college. One went to My sister Megan went to
Mhm. Hey,
University
Megan.
of Sciences down in Philly. She's a pharmacist now. And then
Mhm.
my other sister Amanda went to Temple for environmental policy. I think she
Ooh.
works not too. Last time I checked, she was working with the National Academy of Sciences
Mhm.
with Drexel on that. I have to
Mm.
check in on her, see where she is now, if she's still doing that. But
Yeah.
I was familiar with going to college. There was definitely being a first gen student coming to college. There's definitely like a sense of pride in it,
Mhm.
just because you're like, I'm going to be the one in the family that actually goes gets my degree, and
Right.
achieves that American dream almost.
Mhm.
But then there's also, I think the problem with many first gen students is what they face is they don't have like the know-how of navigating through
Right.
college.
That
So like
framework and
doing
guidance.
mm, of
Mm,
like doing financial aid, all that
mm-hmm.
other stuff, like moving in dorms and stuff, like dorm assignments,
Right.
and then just or just hearing stories about from your parents about like what was college like, what you expect, basic rules and stuff, like what you
Mm-hmm.
should do, what you should avoid. But if I could go back, I wouldn't change anything that I've
Yeah.
or my situation. I like where I've come so far, looking
That's
back at it.
beautiful. Yes. If anyone, to all the first gen students or those who are thinking about being a first gen student or about to be a first gen student, I need you to know, okay, that there is a huge applause going on in my heart for y'all. What inspirations, what honor I have for all the first gens out there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tommy.
No problem.
Yes. Yes. And how long have you been Phi Delta Theta brother, Tommy?
So I joined as soon as I could as a freshman. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, let's see, I'll be coming this spring semester. I'll be in for about 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Do you already have a little or littles?
Yeah, I do have a little. His name's Kev. He's an awesome dude.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I think he gets a little this upcoming semester, so I'm excited about that. It's always fun.
Okay,
Can,
that's dope, dope.
mhm.
Tommy, is that your closet back there, Tommy?
Yeah.
Okay, is something in there?
There's just my clothes.
I swear I saw like a human figure. Maybe that was just your shadow or something. I'm so
It
dead
might.
serious. I'm not joking.
I might have to get a preset here then if
This
that's
is
the case.
recorded. This is recorded, so I'm literally gonna go back and I'm going to look and see. I swear I saw something. Not trying to scare you, but maybe. Go ahead and be scared. um,
I'm
but
just gonna like in the corner of my eye, just look at my camera, just
right.
my closet. Yeah.
But yes. With all that being said, I was not joking. By the way, I'm so dead serious. I thought I saw something. Um. So tell me. So the whole topic of what does finding yourself look like and what helped you heal. So first off, I would like to start at, if you don't mind, what helped you
Hmm.
heal and what exactly you were healing from, if you don't mind me asking. We respect boundaries on here, so you don't have to, share
Yeah,
all that.
no, you're good. So I guess what really pushed me to finding, what would heal me was I think like usually it would happen randomly, but usually it was like once in a year where you just get like I get a random depressive episode
Mm-hmm.
or something won't go my way or it could be either like socially or just through relationships or something, you're just getting your heart broken and then I just get really down on myself or
Mm-hmm.
where I just feel like I'm stagnant and I don't
Mm-hmm.
really see where I'm going or know what I'm actually like doing or anything and I'm just like sitting there and like I don't know what to do. I'm struggling. I really don't know who to talk to about this or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that. I just, just sit in my room, do nothing all day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just, during those depressive episodes, I feel really alone. Like I was the
Mm-hmm.
only person really in this situation. Like this was like my own thing.
Yeah.
Mhm. But what really helped me kind of heal out of or just get out of those situations was I really had a knack for listening to music a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I know I look at like my Spotify Wrapped. I always love looking at those and see how many minutes I put clock in on that.
Oh, wait,
I
wait, you
think
have music on Spotify?
yeah.
Okay, Tommy, you didn't let me know that. We're
Oh,
gonna.
no, no, no. I don't have music on Spotify. It's just I listen to Spotify a lot, and I like to look at the
Oh,
Spotify rewinds, to see how many minutes I clock in on that. So,
gotcha, gotcha. Okay.
mhm.
Sorry. I was like,
but
Tommy,
what
Tommy, you do music? What?
It, well, what really helped me try to getting out of those depressive episodes was just listening to music. Before I really didn't tune into the lyrics or what they were saying, and
Mm-hmm.
then It wasn't until like I started getting back into like Kid Cudi, and
Mm,
listening to like Man on the Moon and stuff like that. And then I realized like I'm not the only person out here that's feeling this way, and it also made me realize, there's other people out there that have gone through this, and I'm not alone. And
yeah,
if they made it out and they're doing great in their lives and stuff, then I can do the same thing.
right.
Um, and then there was also like some songs. I know there was like a Little Wayne song that was called "Let It All Work Out," and
Mm,
that's a song I listen to now, where it's like I'll listen to it, and then it helps me realize like, okay, I need to take a step back,
mm,
give this take as much time as I need, and
mhm,
as long as I keep at it, I'll figure it out at some point. I'll get out of this at some
mm,
point, and then I'll have, w- I'll I'll go, wherever I want it to go,
right.
and then stuff like that.
That's pretty
And then,
interesting, Tommy, because that's something that I'm really starting to be more aware of and more conscious of, is that there is healing in art and there can be healing in the form of, music, regardless of what genre. Because me, I hate rap music. I hate rap and country music. Um, but interestingly enough, I'm realizing that, like there are, how about this? There have been a couple of rap songs that I've like listened to, such as Lil Wayne's "How to Love," um, and I needed to hear that. I needed to hear everything that was in that song, and it's just like, wow, I don't even like. Basically, long story short, like healing and comfort, help, and support can come from many things. And I had to really humble myself and be like, who am I to disqualify or to count out a source of healing or an
mhm,
art because I don't like it, you know what I mean?
mhm,
And so it's just really, it's honestly really humbling to hear that um another person, and I'm sure many people, can resonate with a lot of the lyrics that, rappers have in their songs. Because after
mhm.
all, it is a form of art.
Yep.
Yes.
Definitely recommend, trying to use music to heal.
Hmm.
Like create a playlist that, that songs that have like meaning to you, or like songs that put you in a good mood or put you in a mindset to where you're like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm I'm not in a great spot right now, but I know if
Hmm.
I'm gonna be okay, I'm just gonna keep working, doing my thing,
Yeah.
and as long as I keep at it, I'll be in a better place than I was, yesterday or where I am now.
Right.
I think
Right.
that was a big thing that helped me heal. Another thing was getting into philosophy.
Oh, okay.
That was like a big thing. I think last year, I had a big
Okay.
heartbreak, and then I was like just sitting wallowing in my room, just playing video games, trying to
Oh, what video games were you
almost.
playing?
So I'm a big PC gamer, so
That's how
I
you
was,
do it. It's the
yeah,
right way.
I think I was grinding out Call of Duty because Black Ops came out, and then I was like,
Hmm.
I'm a big zombies fan, so I
Hmm.
love playing the new Call of Duty Zombies. So I was just like grinding out that, but then I was also playing like some first person, um, not first person, some RPGs. I got back into Dark Souls.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay. Okay.
I
That's a
don't know
good
if you ever
game.
played that game.
That's a
It
good
is
game.
it's fun, but you got to put in the work for it to be fun. It's definitely a game where when you get in, it's just going to kick you on the ground until you just got to keep getting back up, and then
Yeah.
once you get everything down, it becomes easy. But I think that it would be those endless nights where the lights are off, just laying in bed, can't go to sleep,
Hmm.
and then I would just be scrolling up on YouTube, just clicking on random videos and stuff like
Hmm.
that. I was looking at like the self-help videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
They weren't really like helping, but it was giving me like that, I guess that feeling that I was like, okay, this is what I gotta do, sort of.
Hmm.
But really, I found this like one YouTuber. His name's like Sisyphus55, and he's like he makes some pretty cool videos, just about either about philosophy or psychology.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took a deep dive into his channel. It helped me out a lot, just seeing, um, his viewpoint and then like other thinkers' viewpoints on that. And they did like a Bruce Lee video, which I go back to here and there, but it's like a great video. Because I know Bruce Lee was a role model for my dad and my mom,
Okay.
and they really pushed that on me, but I didn't really take it seriously up until last year. And I started doing research, and then I saw that Bruce Lee video, and that's what really, um, pushed me into get into like philosophy and stuff. Because
Yeah.
there's like I have actually pulled up.
Yeah.
He ends the video with a quote that I think when I heard it, I was like, this was like what did I needed to hear,
Mm.
and I was like, okay, this is what I need to do. But it started. So he ended the video. This is a quote from Bruce Lee. It was basically the medicine for my suffering I had within me from the very beginning, but I did not take it. My ailment came from within myself, but I did not observe it until this moment. Now I see I will never find the light unless, like a candle, I am my own fuel.
Mm. Tell me, can you
So
read that one more time?
yeah. So it's the
Mm.
medicine for my suffering I had within me from the very beginning, but I did not take it. My ailment came from within myself, but I did not observe it until this moment. Now I see I will never find the light unless, like a candle, I am my own fuel.
Mm.
And
Thanks for
then,
rereading that. I'm like, I know somebody needed to hear that. I needed to hear that.
what? And then when I heard it, I was like, huh. And then I just like replay the video again, and then replay the video again just to hear that quote. And I was like thinking, I was like, I know that there's people out there that care for you. Like everybody, you have like your immediate circle that looks out for you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also, they can only do so much in your life. And that's only up to the point where you let them do that. And then there's certain aspects of your life that you need to take over and take charge and be responsible for.
Yeah.
And then that's what I see in this quote. It's like, all right, I need to take responsibility for my life and make sure that I'm taking care of myself, and that, but I'm also being, the person that can take care of myself. And while I'm doing that, I'm comfortable being able to go out there and help other people because I
Mm.
know that I have a solid foundation. And once I build that solid foundation within me, I can go forward and take risks and, explore and network and stuff like that.
Right. Dude, that's pretty dope. Wow. Is there a philosopher that is there a philosopher that really stands out to you, another one? Or is there like a another quote that really stands out to you, or just an idea that really
Um,
stands out to you that you want to share with us?
there were two philosophies that I was like really getting into. One of them was just Stoicism. I
Okay.
got into Stoicism just because I knew I had like situation pop up in my life where it would just completely shut me down, or I just completely come to a halt and I'd just sit there and sulk about them, and then there would be like an emotional attachment to this and like stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I know that from Stoicism taught me pretty much that take a step back from when things happen,
Mm-hmm.
and see them for the way they are. Don't have an emotional attachment to it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
see them for what they are. Make the best choice for you and for the people that you care about, and then keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the biggest part of stoicism that resonated with me was being able to detach emotions from certain things
Mm-hmm.
and being able to recognize what's important to you
Mm-hmm.
that you need to take care of, and what's important, almost in the sense that I lost my train of thought with that, but
It's making sense. You're making sense.
hmm
You
almost
know,
like, because then there have been situations in my life where they would happen, and I'd be so emotionally involved with it that I could only see it from one way,
Yeah.
or see it from one perspective. But it really taught me, stop, don't get too emotionally involved, don't overreact, see
Mm-hmm.
it for what it is, take it with a grain of salt, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
move forward. Um,
See,
but
now
yeah.
that's something that's so true, um, and such a beneficial skill to possess, a really beneficial mindset, to have. Um, I wish that is so hard for me because I'm definitely someone, and I'm working on this now, but what that makes me think of, stoicism, my tongue is twisted, stoicism.
You're good.
Um, I'm definitely someone, Tommy, who a lot of the times I fall in love with the idea of something rather than the reality. And
Yes, that happens to me a lot.
so hearing about stoicism, or am I saying it right? Stoicism or stoicism?
I think it's stoicism.
Okay,
That's how I
stoicism.
say it. Yeah. Mm.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, that's what that makes me think of. Um, 'Cause that's something that, yeah, because it's like when I fall in love with the idea of something, my emotions can definitely get involved and stuff
Hmm.
like that. Because the reality, ugh, I just don't want it to be true,
Yeah.
rather the
That's
idea.
because I would like, it would be like a big issue for me because I would like meet a girl, and then like the first time we meet, it's like, everything's going great, and then you
Hmm.
come back from like a great date or just a great night, or you just met a great person, and you're just thinking in your head, and you just come up with all these scenarios and stuff. Um, and and then you just get enthralled in like, these ideas instead
Yeah.
of really, seeing what you have right now, and working, towards bettering that. Instead, you just get these ideas, you keep pushing them, and then that's when
Hmm.
you realize when it's too late that you you went overboard with it pretty much, or you just got
Hmm.
like too involved into everything.
Right, right. Oh yeah, I'm definitely the type of person to where, and like I said, this is definitely another thing that I'm working on. But I definitely picture the end, or I don't like picture necessarily like in my mind, I don't take it one step at a time. Like I'm picturing like the end, like, oh, after one or
Mm-hmm.
two dates. So I'm like, that's all I need for my mind to think about, oh my gosh, okay, what's gonna happen in like 5 months when we have our 5 month anniversary. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then it's like that also is another segue for my emotions. It's definitely a segue for my emotions to get involved, and where stoicism would be very, very beneficial,
Mm-hmm.
but that definitely, as I learned myself, and and working on finding myself, slash learning myself, that's definitely something that I'm slowly um really realizing that I'm healing from, and more aware of it in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, speaking of learning and finding ourselves, Tommy, what did that look like for you?
So finding myself, I guess we'll give basically like backstory on it.
Hmm.
I really didn't know coming into college what I wanted to do.
Hmm.
Um, I said I wanted to do computer science, just because I was around computers all the time. I had like a passion for it. Whenever I go to my cousin's house, we'd always just fiddle around on his computer, just see, things, seeing how cool the things were we could do on it. But going into college, I really didn't know what to do. I didn't really know myself, honestly.
Hmm.
I would just, attach myself to a friend group and then just,
Hmm.
encompass what they were thinking and stuff like that.
Right.
Wasn't really, this is going to sound corny, but it wasn't really till I joined the fraternity, the Phi Delta
Yeah.
chapter here, where they kind of pushed me into being, the person I am today.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't join a stereotypical frat.
Hmm.
I'm glad that the fraternity I joined was, yes, we have our fun, but then also
Right.
we, get the job done,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
make sure that, you're okay,
Yeah.
and that you're, taking the right steps in college.
Yeah.
Because I think it was my big brother Cedric. Just he was like a role model for me in college because I was seeing all the stuff he was doing and I was wondering how I could do it. And then it was also seeing the brothers that were graduating, and
Mm-hmm.
seeing what they accomplished in college.
Mm.
And so I told myself that, I was going to challenge myself, to
Mm.
do as much as I can in the shortest amount of time that I can. But it was in it was finding myself was really kind of visualizing where I wanted to be, um,
Yeah.
at 5 years from now, and I identifying that and then just going towards that instead of saying this is where like I want to be 40 years down the road or like 20 years down the road. I made it into like a short term goal of like, okay, I want to do this, this, and this, and by the time I graduate, I want to get my cap and gown, my degree. I want to be
Mm-hmm.
able to look back at all the memories I made in college, and then look back at them and have a smile on my face. Be
Yeah.
proud of everything I've done here. Um, I really, I think finding yourself almost is, in a way, you do find bits and pieces of yourself, but I don't think you really truly figure out yourself because people always change.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you're thrown into different certain things that change you. You have experiences that change you. Um, but I think if you can visualize a place where you want to be, and go achieve it, I think that's what really finding yourself is. And once you
Mm.
get to that point, looking back and being happy of all the things that you've done, I think that's what really, finding yourself is, don't confide yourself into something or like an image in your head.
Yeah.
Don't be so strict, be kind of fluid with it almost.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
your biggest goal shouldn't be, a physical thing. It should be, like, something like a life goal, almost like,
Oh,
um,
yeah.
you're happy, you feel accomplished, you feel like way better than you did back in 4 years ago. You've pushed yourself to accomplish all these things, but
Mm-hmm.
you didn't do it for anybody else. You just did it for yourself because you wanted to see, or you wanted yourself to be better than you were yesterday or 3 years ago and stuff.
Wow. Mic drop. Bruh. I'm just listening and just soaking it in. That is powerful. Oh my gosh. I was like trying to take notes on what you were saying. Um, but I just had to put things down and just like listen. I was like, this is so good. Huh.
I think another piece of advice I have is, um, don't feel like you need to figure yourself out all there. I don't think that you have to have everything solved or figured out,
Mm-hmm.
right now. Life is strange, you have ups and downs, you have loops and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just take your time with it and, have fun. I think I saw a TikTok where this like a cowboy guy, and it was like he was saying just be your age, go out, have fun, make some meaningful connections and stuff. And then,
Mm-hmm.
you still have maybe 40, 30 years of your life, and then just take it bit by bit today.
Yeah.
Bit by bit, you don't have to solve everything in a week, in a year, just bit
Right.
by bit, work towards it, and then everything, by the time you're like 60, everything will come together. But it's kind of like, it's almost a blessing and a curse for, I guess, people growing up is
Mm-hmm.
they're under the pressure that they need to figure everything out when really
Mm-hmm.
you can't you can't really figure everything out that's going to
Right.
go
Right.
on in your life. So just have fun, where you are now, make the most out of it, and just keep going.
That's awesome. Sorry, I wasn't like yawning at you.
No, you're good.
I have taken my anxiety medicine and it makes me a little drowsy. But I'm really like listening and soaking in things that you're saying. Wow, dude. I mean, you've definitely, you know, shown us the importance and reminded us, the importance of, um, a good community to be around and, folks to look up to, role models. It's kind of like who is in your line of sight, um, kind of thing of like, okay, have you ever heard that a diet is not just what you eat, it's who you're around as well. It's what
Hmm.
you see, basically anything that you are soaking into your body, whether that be physically or emotionally or mentally. Um, yeah, so I mean, you showed us, the importance of having a good diet, and I'm glad that you found, the right community for you, that being, Phi Delta Theta. Um, that's important. And also, I don't know. I also liked what you said about the take on life because it is definitely so easy for us to get stuck in that mindset of, you have to have everything figured out right
Hmm.
exactly now, and that's not realistic. um, it's not realistic. And I just feel like I definitely needed that, that reminder literally right now. I needed that reminder literally like right now in my life. So I just don't think this happened by coincidence.
It's like
That's
fate almost.
Yeah, right?
Hmm.
This is thank you, Tommy, thank you. Seriously,
Yeah, no problem.
thank you. Folks, I almost was gonna have Tommy on season 1, but I cut season 1 short because I started school. Started school. But it's just interesting how things, work out because I really needed to hear that, you know, tonight. And it's like me and you were gonna do
Hmm.
our interview Monday. But something
Hmm.
came up. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm like, it's just amazing like how things like fall into place. So
it's crazy.
Tommy, do you have any? I know we're running out of time. Do you have any final words for us? Any shout outs that you want to do? Or just, this is your episode. You're the star. So it's whatever.
Um, no, I guess I could like end it on like a quote from have you heard of Joey Badass? Um,
Joey Badass?
yeah, he's a rapper. He
Oh,
makes yeah, definitely recommend listening to him.
mm,
But I was watching like a Montreality interview, and there's just like this quote. I guess I can just end it on. Basically, he said, "Where you are now, is just the manifestation of your past thinking and your past thoughts, and that
mm,
if you want to change where you are now, you have to ultimately, envision yourself where you want to be, and then
mm,
put it into action. But also, realize that." You have to detach. You can't just always keep chasing it. Life teaches us
mm,
that life is weird to where you keep chasing after something and it always seems out of reach, but once you pull back away from it, it just happens like that.
yeah.
Um, so I think I'll just end it on that.
Mic drop, Tommy. Mic
But
drop, my
yeah,
dude. Wow. Definitely something I need to think about. Um, Tommy, we want to thank you so much for,
oh, yeah,
sharing with us, you know, a little bit more about you. Thank you for being vulnerable.
yeah, no
Um,
problem. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I never expected this, and when you DM'd me, I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, why not? I feel like this would be really great for me.
yeah. Yes, and yes, great for you. And the fact that, you're inspiring so many people, so many people. Someone could listen to this episode and not really get anything from it until like, let's say like a month and a half from now, they're gonna need to, have heard these words that you've said, or when they come back and listen to the episode and like, wow, this really resonates with my life. That's happened to me a lot of times where I've come across things and I'm like this, but it's just like I. when I get into situations and I'm like, wow, I'm glad that you know, that random person who said those random just things or events about their life, it's just amazing how it comes back up. I'm like, wow,
Hmm.
I needed to hear that. So I hope that
Hmm.
makes sense. Um, Yes. So, with that being said, folks, if no one has told you today that they love you and that they life you, please allow me to be the first. I love you. I life you. I need you to know that you are important. You are still here on this earth. I promise you, you can do it. Why? Because you have overcome every single bad day that has came against you. Because you are still breathing. Um, you're a boss. If you're listening to this, you're a boss. It just may not feel like it right now, but winning doesn't always feel like winning, and it sucks, and it sucks right now. However, I am so proud of you. If you are looking for a sign to someone to say that they are proud of you, if you're looking for a sign to continue, I am proud of you. I mean that. I am so proud of you. And thank you for being alive. Thank you for being born. Thank you for being here on this earth still, despite the storms that come against you. Um, However, the storm has an expiration date and the sun will rise again. And I need y'all to know that you're worth it, okay? You're worth it. Just hold on a little bit longer. Um,
Retweet.
retweet. Alrighty, folks. I will see y'all next episode. And let's see what we'll be talking about next episode is being either too much or quote unquote not good enough. What is healing and is letting go possible? And there's a lot more that we'll be talking about too, like narcissism and relationships. So stay tuned for episode 6 with Julie. Repeat guest from season 1. Y'all really loved her episode, so she is back once again per popular demand, and I'm so looking forward to it. With that being said, I'll see y'all later, folks. This has been another episode of Vulnerability Time. Tommy, you stay on. Hey there, if you liked this episode, go ahead and buy my book on Amazon. What the book is called, type it on Amazon. It is Spoken by Trenton Epizon. Epizon is spelled Epizon. I really would appreciate the support. Give it a review, give it a buy, give it a try, and I promise you, you will not be upset at it. It is a poetry book. It is a very easy, quick read, and it definitely will give you some healing and some insight and some wisdom on abuse, mental health, recovery, the tragedy to triumph. You will love it. Give it a buy, give it a try, and recommend the book and this episode with others. Go ahead and give this podcast a follow and share it with others. You could be the reason that someone is alive tomorrow because you decided to share this episode today. This podcast is about saving lives, healing ourselves and others, and encouraging others and ourselves as well. Thank y'all so much for the support. Love y'all. I life y'all. I will see y'all next episode. You are valuable. You are beautiful. You are still on this earth because you have the strength. Thank you. Bye, folks.